Hello everyone. Today we're bringing you all a complete guide for horses in vrising. Now, horses are an important mode of transportation in vrising, so we're going to get right to it. How to find a horse and get a horse, how to mount one and claim one, and also the different mechanics of the horses. First of all, where do you find a horse? Now, when you first spawn into vrising, you spawn into the southern area of the map. You won't be able to find horses until you get into the northern areas of the map. Dunley Farmlands is really the biggest area you're going to find horses in the early part of the game, and that's where you're going to try to go grab a horse pretty early on. You can find some in the south of Dunley Farmlands at some of the villages. The horse track is one of the easiest ways to find one. It's in the western part of Dunley Farmlands. This is where you'll find a lot of horses for you to choose from, but you'll find them along the way throughout your adventures in Dunley Farmlands. The easiest way to claim a horse is literally just jumping onto the horse. When you approach one, you'll get an indicator to be able to mount a horse. Once you mount a horse, it claims that horse for you in the sense of it marks it on the map. You'll see a little horseshoe icon on the map to indicate horses that you've encountered along the way. When you mount your horse, you can actually name it. In the top right corner, there is a pencil and paper icon that allows you to name your horse. Again, once you've named it, you'll also see when you pull up click the tab icon and pull up your horse's inventory, you'll see the 3 stats that are important to you. That's max speed, acceleration, and rotation speed. These are definitely very, very important, especially max speed if you're trying to navigate across the map quite quickly. Each of these has their importance, and max speed is how fast they can actually gallop. The fastest they can actually gallop across the map. Acceleration is how quickly the horse reaches that max speed, and then rotation speed is how quickly the horse can actually change directions. All these are definitely important, but right now the highest max speed that I've come across on the map is an 11.1. Doesn't mean that's the cap, that's just the highest that I've come across. So this very important to continue to look around for various horses with different stats to suit the needs of your adventures. Now, some of the mechanics that I think are important to cover for horses is that because horses are an important mode of transportation, they're actually one of the best ways to navigate around the world with items. So if you've used waygates, you understand that you can't carry items with you when going in between waygates. So horses are your main mode of transportation, especially early to mid-game, for transporting items from your adventures back to your home base. So definitely an important mode of transportation in that way. Horses can also gallop at fast speeds by pressing spacebar. You'll see by default they can trot at a normal kind of walking speed, but when you click the spacebar by default, that's the assigned key binding, you will actually sprint and start galloping again into that max speed, and over time, once you hit the max speed, you'll continue at that speed until you run into an obstacle. The next thing that you can do as well is, of course, attack while you're on the horse. This allows you to do a basic attack, nothing more than that. You can swing and you can kind of either clear out areas, whether it's shrubbery or enemies. It allows you to do a basic attack from the horse, which is quite effective when you're making your way through the roads and you have sometimes different armies in the middle of the way that are getting in your way. Another thing that is important to note is, just as we were mentioning, is horses are very useful for carrying items to and from your adventures to your home base. It allows you to carry silver. So silver is one of those things that is hard to carry. If you're in wolf form, you can't carry silver. So one of the nicest ways or nicest things about horses is it allows you to really carry that silver without any silver resistance and in a fast way. So very important if you're carrying around silver coins or silver ore, that allows you to move fast still along the map without having to while carrying that. So very, very important as well. The last really 2 things to note are you can teleport through way gates with your horse. So that's very important when you're starting your adventure. If you're trying to get, if you can teleport with no items in your inventory to another way gate, that gets you at least a good head start. You're able to teleport with your horse, and that's actually a very useful thing to be able to utilize when you're starting your adventures to an area. And lastly, of course, just like you're able to shift and to jump down to lower from high ground to low ground areas, you're able to do the same with horses as well. So very important feature, and allows you to really navigate through areas quickly and without having to go a long route around. So those are kind of the highlights of horses in vrising. Please let me know if there's anything else that I missed in the comment section below. But hopefully this was helpful for those of you making your way through vrising. And please, if you enjoyed these videos, please leave a like. It really does help us out a lot. We're going to continue to make more of these vrising complete guides for various features and mechanics in the game. So again, please leave a like if you enjoyed this, and subscribe for more, as we will be back with some more vrising guides. Have a good one, y'all.